Hello and welcome to our channels today. Today we are going to talk about how to buy stocks in the Nairobi Security Exchange. How to buy stocks in Nairobi Security Exchange. Or how to buy shares in Nairobi Security Exchange. Nairobi Security Exchange. So buying shares is one of the ways that you can invest your money and expect a return in the long term after you being investing. So one of the ways you can invest in Kenya if you have certain money is to buy shares in Nairobi Stock Exchange. So to buy shares in Nairobi Stock Exchange, you will become an owner of a company. It is one of the ways that you can start owning sections of company. For example, if you want to become an owner, I'm a part of the ownership of Safaricom Limited, then you'll have to buy shares from Nairobi Stock Exchange or Nairobi Security Exchange so that you get shares and own shares of Safaricom. So you become an investor in that company. So for you to buy shares and buy stocks in Nairobi Stock Security Exchange, then the first thing you have to do is you're supposed to open a CDS account. A CDS account is a central depository system account that you're supposed to open in order for you to buy and sell shares through this special account. So this special account, that is the CDS account, the Central Depository System account, is an account you can open at any given bank because they are having investments, limited companies within the bank that is able to help you to open a CDS account and buy shares and operate by buying and selling shares. So in this CDS account, your money is stored safely for buying and selling of shares, and then it will be managed by the Central Depository and Settlement Corporation Limited. This is a government company that is managed by the central bank. It's called the Central Depository and Settlement Corporation Limited. You open a CDS account. This one you will do by your respective banks that you go to. So open a CDS account. Once you open a CDS account, you will be able to have an account that you can use to buy and sell shares. This account is managed by the Central Depository and Settlement Corporation Limited, which is a parastatal that is run by the Central Bank of Kenya. It is regulated, it is safe, it is approved, and it is authorized. So this organization, which is the Central Depository and Settlement Corporation Limited, manages and controls all the CDS accounts. So CDS accounts, they are not bank accounts, but they are accounts that you can use to buy and sell shares. So how to open a CDS account? You just walk in any bank. Walk in Cooperative Bank, walk in Absa Bank, walk in KCB Group Bank, walk in NCBA Bank Group, walk in any equity bank. You will be able to open an account. You need to, if you walk into your bank account, let's say Equity Bank, ask for the brokerage department, and every bank that is already trading at NSE already, even by now, every bank are currently trading with the NSE, and therefore they have the brokerage department. The brokerage department are the department that will help you into buying and selling of shares, and it also help you in opening of the CDS account. So if you go to maybe, for example, Cooperative Bank, it has the Kingdom Securities. NCBA Bank has NCBA Investment Bank Limited. If you go to Equity Bank, you'll find Equity Bank Investment Bank Limited. If you go to KCB, KCB has KCB Capital, and then Absa Bank has Absa Securities Limited, etc. Various banks has investment limited companies that they own within their group that is able to help you operate and buy shares or buy stocks for every company that you have. There are also other independent brokers that you may like to go to. If you are not interested in going to the banks, you can go to Dyer and Blair Investment Bank Limited, you can go to Suntra Investment Bank Limited, you can go to Gessis Investment Capital Limited, among others. There are so many that you can also opt to use them instead of the commercial banks if you feel that the commercial banks, you don't want to operate with them. So you can be able to open a CDS account. A CDS account is that special account that will help you buy and sell shares through this Central Depository Systems account. If you go to the brokerage firms, then they will also help you open the CDS account, and that will also help you in buying and selling of shares at NSE. So what you need to note that is firms allow online registration, but I'll advise you to go to the office for any question. They can allow you to open, maybe if you want to open a CDS account, you can decide to do it online. But then the most recommended thing is that visit your bank, ask for the brokerage department. If you ask for the brokerage department, they will help you open a CDS account. They will also give you additional details of how you can invest. You can ask questions, you can get questions of how to run, how to buy shares and sell them, which shares to buy at what time. Those are investment ways that you can go and get actual information from the bank. So go physically, open a CDS account. If you open a CDS account from your respective bank, you will be able to be advised further, and then you will be able to begin your process of buying and selling shares. You need to have your national ID. If you have a national ID, you need to have your KRA PIN, and then you need to have a passport photo. A passport photo, maybe they will take up for you at the bank, but you need your national ID, and then you also need your KRA PIN. Very important. Those are the things that you must have by the time you are going to open your CDS account. So opening a CDS account will take at least 2 to 3 days, and it will be approved by the Central Deposit and Settlement Corporation Limited, which we call the CDSC. This is the account this is the body that governs you or all those who are dealing with the CDS account. So maximum it will take 2 to 3 days for the approval process of your account to be active, and then from there, if your account is approved, which will, I know most of the time with the advice of the bank, you will begin your trading of shares. So you don't need to be scared about this thing. People are always saying that, oh, buying shares is a bit expensive, it is not very easy, it is for the rich. No. Buying shares, if you open a CDS account, you can start buying shares even with 1,000 shillings. 1,000 shillings, for example, if you go to any banks that have shares, maybe 8 shillings per share, then the minimum shares you are supposed to buy are 100 shares. So if you buy 100 shares at 8 shillings, which means that one will be 800 shillings. So you just need to have 800 shillings or 1,000 shillings in your account, and then buy the shares through your CDS account, and you'll be an investor in a company that is existing, that is publicly listed. A company that's publicly listed, there are companies that are trading in Nairobi Stock Exchange, Nairobi Securities Exchange. So with that, you'll already have your account. So the most important thing to have when you're going to open your CDS account is that you're supposed to carry your ID and carry your KRA PIN, and then carry your passport if you've taken one, if they require one, but most of the time now they will take your passport at the bank. So you will just need to open a CDS account. Open a CDS account. Once you open a CDS account with your bank, therefore you will begin to, it will take 2 to 3 days to be approved. Once it takes 2 to 3 days to be approved, you will already begin investing as an owner and equity holder at every bank that you have. And that's how you invest in shares. It is easy, it is possible. You only need to have 1,000 shillings or 10,000. The minimum shares, depending on the number of shares that you want to buy, you calculate that with the times the price of the shares that of the company you're buying with, and therefore you will have already acquired yourself shares, and you are an owner or an investor in a company. The more you buy your shares, the more you continue to possess your ownership, and that way you will already acquire your shares. So I encourage you to start investing now, and start investing in shares now. You don't need to be old to invest in shares. You don't need to have a lot of money to invest in shares. Even 1,000 shillings can invest in shares. So start now. Thank you. I request that you subscribe to this channel as we continue to engage and get more additional information on how to invest and how to start and run businesses. Thank you.